Welcome to the 2006 UCI Mountain Bike and Trials World Championships. Bringing together over 600 of the world's best riders from 39 nations, the World Champs represents a truly global sporting event. Awaiting their arrival, an exciting and unique city of cultural diversity, physical beauty and sporting passion. This weekend, the 2006 UCI Mountain Bike and Trials World Champs return to the Southern Hemisphere for the first time in 10 years, to a South Pacific playground. Welcome to the start of spring in Rotorua, New Zealand. It's an adventure seeker's paradise, boasting an array of experiences that encapsulate the essence of our remarkable country. A geothermal wonderland of geysers, mud pools and hot springs. From the purpose-built World Champs course on the slopes of Mount Nongataha, witness stunning panoramic views of the active thermal areas, the lakes that surround the city, and the Pacific Ocean beyond. Rotorua is acknowledged as the mountain bike capital of New Zealand. The trails of the magnificent Whakarewarewa Forest Network are some of the finest in the world, built by mountain bikers and with mountain bikers in mind. Once exhausted from riding the fantastic trails, you can check out the world-famous luge tracks at Skyline Skyrides, or just soak those aching muscles in steaming hot mineral pools. Rotorua, the heartland of Māoridom and where the Te Arawa people have lived, worked and played for more than 6 centuries. Te Arawa have been guiding visitors through here for more than 160 years, with their welcoming tradition passed down from generation to generation. Welcome to Rotorua, home of the 2006 UCI Mountain Bike World Championships. So, Rotorua plays host to this year's World Champs, and on the first day of competition, all eyes turn to the lower slopes of Mount Nongataha and the excitement of the purpose-built 4-cross course. Steep and spectacular, the Rotorua 4-cross course provides a dramatic stage for all the action that makes this event such a crowd favourite. The course starts with a point of difference to previous World Championships, with the inclusion of a steep descent straight out of the starting gate, allowing all riders to hit the course at top speed. Into the first corner and the first strategic choice, wide around the berm or the shorter but riskier inside line. From here, a switchback to another hairpin at corner 2. Followed by the descent onto the main straight, where speed and airtime combine over a pair of tabletop jumps. Hairpin corner 3 looms and a switchback to tight corner 4. Line selection and the maintenance of speed will be key through this tight midway section. Ahead, the Red Bull wall ride. Visually spectacular and a prime chance for overtaking, with the hazardous inside line open to those with the courage to take it. 2 more dropping tabletop speed into the final corner, and the final chance for the chasers. 2 distinct lines, 1 opportunity to snatch the lead for an explosive straight line burst to the finish.
It is Guido Schick of Germany, Will London of Britain, Jared Rado of Australia, and Sasha Meyerborg of Germany.
All right, they're lined up and ready to go. Here the gates open up and away we go. High flying action here underway.
Guido Schick has the lead through the West Bank.
And that's a yard sale up there. Bikes all over the place.
And it's played into the hands of Will London, I think, because London now has some clear space between himself and Jared Rado. So, I think this is Guido Schick leading us through the pit after the Red Bull ride. London in second place into the right of Ellis Rovers. And here we go. This is Schick leading them through. Guido Schick and Will London will go through.
And Guido Schick at the finish line. A lot of experience here.
Yeah, Dan Atherton, the former British 4-cross champion, and he's first to rise on the pedals as they start to call them up.
They want a good start here. Look at them ready on the pedals here. Watch the gate open up and now we're underway.
Meyer gets a great gate, and then in the tree it's Meyer ahead of Coach. Meyer and Coach, but Atherton beats up to second. What's happening? And Coach is out of it. Coach stalled, and it's Meyer and Atherton as they come up now to the Pohita, and through Pohita, but Coach is moving back on strong. But Meyer leads them into the Taniwha and through the Hanky Pit.
And I think you're going to see Philip Cole from Savant
Atherton, Bitchman for quarterfinal number 1. The Czech Republic against Netherlands, Great Britain, and the USA. Here we go, the riders are in the gate. We're getting ready, Peter, for the second round of racing.
Well, if it was anything like those first heats, this is going to be great. And if you haven't seen this before, it is just an extraordinary feast for the eyes as you watch the skill of these riders. And all right, we're underway at the top.
Broken leads and Richmond just gets ahead of Hamilton. And Broken has a really got 1 meter's lead as he comes through the gutbuster. And it's a real battle for second place. That's where the fight is as Warren comes up on the inside.
Yeah, we got a battle for second, man. No question about it. I think several guys can factor into this.
Cody Warren has gone down, so it's now 2 riders battling for that place and leading them through. Michael Prokop into the Rotorua Vegas Rovers and European champion, the European champion is in RLS. I'm taking this one, and he can't. It's going to be Prokop and Bitchman.
Well, very, very good battle for those guys. And in just a minute, we'll be seeing the reigning world champion Brian Lopes out of San Clemente, California.
He's joined by Lars Sternberg of the USA, Mika Morosi of the Czech Republic, and Mika from France. And there goes the gate.
Yeah, and no question this time, Brian Lopes, he's going to have to push it here now, but it looks like he's gotten a very good start up there. Very, very skillful bike handler.
Well, Lopes and Morosi over Sternberg, trying to take out Morosi, and that's opened the door on the other side for Del Deek. And it's Lopes from Morosi for Del Deek as they come up into the on the fast part of the tempo. They're all coming together, Del Deek's out of it.
And again, got possibilities here for that second place qualifier with Lopes off the front. And look at this. Look like a double as they are being along that Red Bull track.
And it's Morosi against Sternberg to see who makes the semi. Lopes is clear. Here comes Sternberg. It's Morosi.
And so close down here at the bottom, and they really have to hoof it here and carry their speed off that last jump.
In the gate, 3 Americans against the Czech rider Jill Kintner, Jana Horokova, Tarianis, and Jessica Vott. The potential to get through 2 Americans into the final. Out of the gate is Kintner from Horokova, from Giannis, and into the first burner coming into Carter's corner. Here, but here comes Horokova. Kintner lining up then for the gutbuster. Clears it easily and pulls away. Kintner is moving, and Horokova is unable to defend second place against Tarianis. Jill Kintner, the defending world champion from the United States of America, is leading them through into the Red Bull Wall Ride All. And Tarianis has gone down, and it's going to give Horokova for second.
And Jill Kintner, world champion out of Seattle, Washington. Across the finish line.
Second semi-final, Anneke Beerten of the Netherlands, Joey Goff of Great Britain, Melissa Buell of the USA, and Anita Molchik of Austria.
All right, well, we've really seen over the years Anita Molchik improve a lot, and many World Cups and World Championships over there in Capri-Soleil, and it's paid off for her. We'll see how it does today.
Well, out of the gate, it's going to be Beerten getting second place.
Beerten in the orange of Holland.
All sorts of comings and goings happening out there. Molchik was leading, but Molchik came up short. And there's a chance for the jackpot skills of Joey Goff to move her up in the second. Currently lies third behind Molchik, but Beerten leading. Now can Joey Goff pull off? All she did is slap me and close the gap in the final stages. It's going to be a big ask for her. But actually Molchik is coming back. Molchik is coming back. And Beerten and Joey Goff is coming back, and Molchik, it's going to be very close, up to the line, it's going to be close, but Molchik makes the final.
And a very smart move there for Anita Molchik.
There's going to be 2 Europeans in the final. It's a potential for it to be an all-European final. Rider 1-3.
And the only man standing
Rider
in
0
front of that prospect is a certain Brian Lopes. So as we look at it, it's Prokop, Shug, Vichman and Longdon out of the gate. It's a good start for Vichman, and he's just closed the door on Guido Shug. Well, it's Longdon who's got second place, and in fact Vichman's gone down. Vichman down in the start straight, and it's going to be Prokop and Longdon's right up with Prokop. Prokop and Longdon, these are the two coming clear, but Shug is coming back. Vichman crashed in the start straight, and he will be out of it. But Prokop and Longdon, that was a take-up from Shug. He's put Will Longdon down. And coming in, it may have been a completely legitimate move, but Longdon is down. Prokop comes across the line. Shug in second place.
As they're all lined up there.
It's going to be Lopes, Morosi, Rinderknecht and Atherton.
And this is going to be heated heat, as it were, very competitive.
Okay, riders in the gate.
Lopes in the dark blue, the defending U.S. champion, or defending world champion out of Southern California. Taking their mark. Let them out. Ready. Watch the gate. And the gates open up. Here we go.
And it's Brian Lopes who gets the whole shot. But oh, look at the move from Roger Rinderknecht of Switzerland. And surely they are not going to win. Former British four-cross champion make the final and go for gold. It's going to be Atherton and Rinderknecht. Dan Atherton bringing them home.
And it really is a remarkable story here. Atherton, these guys are going to move into the finals and down to the finish line. And it just shows you the unbelievably undecided nature of what can happen here. Brian Lopes coming down now for the United States. All right, well, it's all about this right now. They're lining up. Small final here. Watch the gate.
Out of the gate, and Kidner, no surprise, gets a good start, but so does Rotorua, and so does Peterson, and they're right together. Kidner leads, is in second, so Jill Kidner into Carter's corner, safely lining up then for the gutbuster. It's Kidner, Peterson, Horokova.
And it's all about this, and this metal rod right here. They've got to pull out all the stops.
Jill Kidner leads the big two, the Canifa through the hanging pit. And up towards the Red Bull Roy. Kidner is reigning supreme. Jill Kidner is going to go back to back for the United States of America. Annika Vierton is going to take silver, and Horokova's gone down. It's going to be a surprise bronze for Molchik. Kidner takes the world title. Vierton silver, and Molchik takes the bronze for Austria. But ladies and gentlemen, your world champion, Jill Kidner. This is the men's championship final.
Let's see if the magic will continue. And the gates open. They're underway in the final one.
And it's a great game for Michael Prokop and Roger Rinderknecht. Here we go then. It's a Kidner's corner. And Rinderknecht's got taken out by Guido and Dan Atherton on the inside. And it's Morosi and Atherton and Shug. And Rinderknecht is out of it.
And that is amazing. It's hard to believe that. Oh, they're down again. Oh, how quickly can they get up to the fight?
And that's Guido Shug again. That's the second time he's taken out a breath on that corner. But
champion of the world.
Another extraordinary event here today. An unbelievable performance right there. Wow.
Guido Schick coming in third place, Dan Atherton in fourth. We'll wait for the official confirmation of those positions. I think it's been confirmed. Guido Schick takes the bronze, Dan Atherton in fourth. And in first place, and winner of the gold medal and world champion, Jill Kintner of the United States of America. And in first place, and winner of the gold medal and the world champion, Michael Prokop of the Czech Republic.
From the excitement and action of the tight four-cross racing to the sheer adrenaline rush of the downhill. Perhaps the most anticipated event of the championships, the downhill course is set to test the very best. Plummeting 330 metres over 2.2 kilometres, the downhill course is a punishing test of rider and machine. Speed is a key factor from the outset, with steep open farmland leading to the Kiakaha jump. 10 metres across a man-made pond requiring absolute commitment. The first technical section approaches. Dubbed the Vegas roller coaster, the dense forest track is a favourite spectator spot. Courage is tested at the huge Ramsey's Rock jump, which clings to a cliff face. Ahead, a descent of the downhill's most technically demanding section, the pink and white terraces. A dramatic series of drops and jumps, alternate lines, and chanting spectators. Emerging from the forest, riders face a fast, open paddock section before disappearing into the redwood forest and the final serious descent. A technical section of fast switchbacks leads into the massive outback rock garden. A minefield of obstacles set to jolt aching muscles before a wind-up and blast across the boardwalk sets us up for a final open sprint for the finish line and event village.
And a look at the Kiwi riders. Well, Cameron Cole looking very good coming down here.
Yes, in the junior men, Cameron Cole had a disappointing qualifying. Let's see what he can do on the race run. Oh, he carries so much speed through the jump there. And Cameron Cole up to the finish. He's going to set the time for everyone else to beat.
Well, he was fourth in the Oceania Championships here. He knows this course. He likes it, and he's highly motivated today.
And the only man who can beat him is his teammate Sam Blenkinsop. The clock is ticking through. And Blenkinsop, oh, he's got second.
And what a day for the Kiwi team. This is unbelievable and so sweet to do it at home. And a special moment on the
first
podium,
place,
Sam Blenkinsop.
and winner
And
of the
there
gold
is
medal
Cameron Cole
and world champion.
Dan to do it at home. How special.
You're going to do it anywhere. Do it in front of your home crowd. This is going to be so much to Cameron Cole.
The Downhill Elite Women, and welcome everybody. Peter Graves along with Dan Jarvis as we take a look at our first athlete down, Rachel Atherton from Great Britain, and a very talented mountain bike family, Dan.
Absolutely. She's moved out of the shadow of her brothers Dan and G by taking the World Junior title last year, and this year her first season in the seniors has been marked with a maiden win in the World Cup in Brazil, but it's very, very different conditions here in New Zealand, Peter.
Absolutely. We've got a great crowd on here today, and the course is actually in pretty good shape. Here she comes, making her way down to the finish line now.
Yeah, and this is through the Silver Fern. This is where the fitness pays. She's got to sprint to the line. She's really going to have to work here. Let's see what sort of time she can do. Oh, it's the fastest so far.
That's right, and from the fastest to somebody who could be the fastest, Sabrina Jaunier from France, for years riding in the shadow of the now retired Anne-Caroline Chausson, finishing second to her twice at the Worlds, and she would desperately like a crown.
Well, we know she's consistent because she's the reigning World Cup champion. champion. But can she do it on the day? She's looking super smooth as she goes through the larches, and we're going to see if Sabrina Jounier can deliver the goods here in New Zealand for France.
It's all about riding a fine line here, Dan, and look at the technical section of this course. Here she's working her way down towards the finish now.
Oh, she keeps very low there, and can we see, oh, she rails the berm into the silver fern, and the time of Atherton is what she's going to beat, 3:57. She is going to smash that time, and what a time from Sabrina Jounier.
Wow, by 7.48 seconds, Jounier now goes under the lead. We'll go back to the top and take a look at Tracy Mosley, second in the 2005 World Cup. She's won a couple of rounds of the World Cup this year and always tough.
Yes, and Tracy has never won a medal at a senior championships. It's hard to believe because she's been at the top all those times, but Tracy is absolutely flying through here. The only rider that can prevent a gold medal going to France. But notice, Peter, she's wearing not quite the same skin suit that the other riders are wearing, and that may cost her some time.
Well, we'll see. It's a lot about being aerodynamic, but riding a very nice line through here. Tracy Mosley. This course is filled with people. A lot of folks have turned out today, and now she comes down towards the finish.
Well, the clock is ticking. That time of Jounier is going to be fixed in her vision as she comes down towards the finish. It's going to be a desperate sprint here for Tracy Mosley. It's going outside. Mosley's going to just get silver. It's silver for Mosley.
Oh my, oh my. Well, a good job for her. Sabrina Jounier up on top. Tracy Mosley, Rachel Atherton, and there you see Melissa Buell. And we take a look at Vanessa Quinn up there in 7th place today.
A fantastic comeback for Vanessa after a season out with an early injury, and the New Zealanders packing out the top 20. Fantastic riding for all of the team.
Absolutely, and a great competition here. Good results distribution and an outstanding performance for the elite women.
And
a brief look at the podium, and finally, that long-awaited title for Sabrina Jounier is finally hers.
Yes, there was a fine line between controlled speed and catastrophe on the challenging downhill course. Some riders got it all wrong.
Of the mountain bike world is squarely on this 2.2-kilometer downhill course as you take a look at our first athlete coming down here from Australia, Chris Kavarik, a guy prodigious with talent. He's won a couple of World Cups, but he's come back from a motocross injury a year ago, and let's see how he rides this course, if he has to feel a bit gingerly about it or not, Dan.
Well, talent is something that Chris Kavarik does not lack. What he does sometimes lack is luck. But we go through the largest section, and he is looking super smooth through here. Just kicks up some dirt as he goes through this treacherous off-camber section and breaks out into the field towards the timing jump.
Just an amazing performance thus far in the early going of our World Championships for Chris Kavarik of what is a very strong Australian downhill contingent.
And he just gets himself into a good position to pedal across this paddock, keeping the speed going. Lining up now as they drop down towards the Luge Bridge.
And there's still some incredibly tough sections of this course to go as he makes his way down to the bottom. And this is a superlative ride for Kavarik.
It is. He's into the rock section now. This area has claimed a few riders, but not. Oh, maybe does claim Kavarik. No, he rides out of it.
Amazing. He was clean through there. And you know, it kind of reminds me of Franz Klammer in the 76 Olympics in the downhill. You've got to be willing to really risk it if you want to win a UCI downhill medal.
He is absolutely on the edge here as we come into the finish. Oh, he just gets his foot in the wrong position on the pedal. Can he keep the speed going? He crosses the line. Fastest!
And now in the downhill elite men's category, the veteran John Kirkcaldy.
A swan song season for John Kirkcaldy. He's given it his all, but he's down on the time of Chris Kavarik, one of our early leaders. But John Kirkcaldy was here to put on a show for his fans in Rotorua.
They just love him here out of Wellington. He has been living in the United States, raced on the Norba circuit for about a decade, and a very popular figure all over the world in the mountain bike sport.
Absolutely, he's one of the gentlemen of the sport, and you can tell from the reaction he gets as he enters the arena just what a hero this man is for New Zealand mountain biking.
Absolutely, twice a Norma champion in the States, and Kirkcaldy having a good run down here.
Yeah, he's working ever so hard. You can see the sprinting is taking its toll for Kirkcaldy.
Well, now, while Kavarik catches his breath, we're going to be taking a look at one of his teammates now. This is Sam Hill, and second a year ago in Livigno in the Alps of Italy, and he'd like a gold medal.
Oh, absolutely. Sam Hill was flying. He just flew over the bridge there. And last year, the unluckiest man in the world, because he had everything in his grasp. It went away just in the last few sections of the course. Went to Fabian Barrel, but Sam Hill is the man on form at 11, and he goes through the marches so smoothly. Much smoother than Kavarik there, Peter.
Absolutely, just a beautiful float, really sheer brilliance. There we're going to be taking a look at the split time coming up. Sam's parents are here watching the competition today at the bottom of the course, and he's in the lead by 0.55.
Well, 0.55 on Kavarik, and that is no mean feat. But look how much pedaling he's putting in. There's much more pedaling than Kavarik, and he is going to be gaining time on his national teammate all the way down.
And still another very tricky section of the course before you can even think about catching your breath. This is when the legs are burning now. The lactic acid is building up at the bottom of this run, and look, he's clean through there.
Absolutely perfect line through the rock garden and into the final sections round the big firm. He's just got that fantastic silver fern section to complete, and he hasn't lost any time at all. He's gained so much time, he's going to destroy Kavarik's time.
This is an amazing run, and a new leader at 3:11.03. That is 7 seconds plus into the lead, and that is simply extraordinary.
Well, the Aussies are absolutely killing it here, and this is sick. Mick Hanna, now his sister took the junior women's title earlier on today. Can he make it a fantastic day for the Hanna family and Australia?
Well, they are doing awfully well now, sitting pretty at the bottom of the course. Mick Hanna, we call him Sick Mick Hanna. A lot of people know him, he's a popular guy.
He's very popular, and there was no one that they were happier for than Mick Hanna when he took his first ever World Cup win at the opening round of this year's competition in Vigo. And he is looking super smooth through the Larches section.
He's going right around those gates so beautifully, taking them tight, just brushing them off, and we're going to have a split time coming up. Mick Hanna, and off by 3.62. He's got his work cut out for him. That's going to be a tall order.
It's a very tall order, because if you look now, he's pedaling as much as Hill was over this grass section, so maybe he's in with a chance, but he has got to keep it absolutely clean through the last few sections.
Well, I'll tell you, these gravity guys have to work very hard. You think you've got gravity on your side, but you got to be pedaling, and the mind is got to be constantly dissecting all the elements of this course.
It's another good line through the rock section and dropping down past these massive crowds.
And coming down to the bottom, the last few meters of this event, and this is where you've got to empty the tank. You've got to clean it out and just go.
Oh, he's going to go outside the time of Hill, but he's still going for a medal and sprinting hard. Can Mick Hanna get on the podium for Australia?
Look at this, how close will it be? And third place at the moment. Take a look at this guy, Greg Minnaar from the Republic of South Africa, the first African athlete to win a medal of the UCI at the World Championships or the World Cup.
Yes, and they call him the Fresh Prince of Big Air. You're not going to meet a nicer guy on the circuit, and he is carrying a lot of speed. Peter, he's on board one of those revolutionary Honda bikes.
Yeah, they're absolutely extraordinary. The latest in technology. Rides for Martin Whiteley's team during the World Cup season, but Minnaar now with a stripe of South Africa and looking really good. A little bounce around there, though, Dan.
Oh, yeah, but he recovered well. Now, can he accelerate out of the woods? We're going to see the split time, I hope, coming up. Oh, it's going to be just outside that of Hill. And can Minnaar claw back 2 seconds on the bottom half of the course?
And this is going to be a very tall order, even for a rider as gifted as Greg Minnaar from Peter Maritzburg.
Well, he's keeping the paddling going. He had a little look down at his bike as he drops down towards the luge bridge. And here he comes. Oh, through that section sweetly. Up as close as possible to the trees. And coming up towards the rock garden. We'll see how he takes his line through here. And it's going to be a very good line.
A beautiful line indeed. Greg Menard just dissecting this course like a surgeon out there, looking good. But this is going to be awfully close with Sam Hill sitting in the hot seat at the bottom of the course.
Sam Hill set a fantastic time. It's coming up. We've got the last few meters and it's going to be outside for Greg Menard. Can he get silver?
Maybe he'll medal. We'll look, yes. Right now he's in second place at 3:15.25. An amazing performance for Greg Menard. And now, really one of the sentimental favorites, the steel man from Sheffield, England, Steve Peat. You know him well, Dan. And I think this is a guy who has been denied, been so close, but denied a World Championship jersey.
He has so many silvers in his locker. He would trade everything, I think. He'd trade his World Cup titles for a gold medal. And Steve Peat, he's a fantastic guy. He became a dad last year, and it's a big, big part of his life now, Peter.
Yeah, I've known him for more than the last decade. And oh, look at that. Boy, that is going to hurt him. It's just those little mistakes that add up.
Yeah, coming to almost to a stop there, and Steve is going to be kicking himself, I think, if that costs him a medal at the bottom of this run. We'll see how he's going as he comes up to the split time. Oh, he's down on Sam Hill by some way, 3.85 seconds.
This is a lot of time to pick up, but if anybody can do it, it can be Big Steve Peat, Petey as we call him. Look at him in the stripes of Team Great Britain. And a sentimental favorite for a lot of people here, much like John Kirkcaldy. People like it.
Yeah, he's a big fan, big favorite for the neutrals. And all just kicked out a little bit there as well. Into the rock garden. We're going to have to see something extra special from Petey if he's going to get a medal here.
He's just got to air it out and really take every risk he can. But the problem is now, running out of time and space to do it. About 200 meters left in the race.
And he is going to have a sprint like a rogue cyclist to get up there. The clock is ticking by. It's silver or bronze that he's aiming for.
Right, he's past the gold now and down to the finish. He's in third at the moment. Steve Peat, 3:17.92 in third place.
Well, it's Nathan Reddy of Australia, and it's been a bit of an Australian benefit up to now. And big Nathan Reddy was the fastest qualifier. Can he carry that speed?
First in the 2003 World Cup, a guy who has been given the gift of size and power and strength, and this guy can really generate some wattage.
But the amazing thing about Rennie, he's a big, big man, but he's very agile. You'll see him move all over that bike. He's a teammate of Steve Peat. He's a friend of Steve Peat. But is he going to be the man who pushes Petey out of the medals?
Well, it certainly is going to be a very interesting lower section of the course. Nathan Reddy looking good here. Smooth through there, very close to those side gates.
Yeah, Rennie almost taken out by a rolling log there. But coming up into the rock section, that hasn't phased him. A lesser rider maybe would have been spooked by that log coming out of the woods.
And the focus, the mental focus is what's so impressive here right now. He probably can't hear the crowd. He's focused on the line here to pit.
And it's just a few meters to go for Nathan Reddy. It isn't going to be gold. Sam Hill acknowledges the crowd as world champion. What will it be? It's bronze for Reddy.
Nathan Reddy and an unbelievable performance today. There is Sam Hill celebrating. What a day we have had.
Sam Hill, new world champion downhill. Tell us how you're feeling at this very moment.
I don't know what to think really. I'm just super happy. I didn't think the course would suit me, so I'm so excited to win on this right now. It's awesome, and competition was really hard today. All the guys pushed me a lot, and I just kept it smooth and had a good run, so I'm super happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, in first place, winner of the gold medal and world champion, Samuel Hill!
Taking place amidst the crowds in the event village was the trials competition, a spectacular display of control, balance and power.
got through in fourth place. Round about a minute and 20 seconds out. Ollie Beckinsale, gold assist.
Epsilon may be into the lead now. I think he has passed Souter. Ladies and gentlemen, the award ceremony. Third place and winner of the bronze medal is Giacomo Custadier of France. And winner of the silver medal, Vincent Hermans of France. In first place and winner of the gold medal and world champion, Kenny Ballet of Belgium.